Welcome to today's cozy live stream. So we've been making cozy kind of sleepy time creatures. That is what these lives are for. Because the past creatures that we've done on our live streams, first we did some wild card creatures, just whatever you guys wanted to come up with. Then we created characters based on different colors, and now we're doing cozy sleepy time evening pajama live stream vibes. So this was our most recent creature, Catechus Silverspoon, who's kind of a little bit not feeling well, wearing a cat onesie that's very soft and fuzzy, holding a giant bowl of soup. And this was the first cozy live stream creature, Radicus Pinkerton, and his little cohort Quack. And he's a rat-like person dressed in a mouse onesie. Anyways, I noticed that some of you guys have been in the chat before we got started. People are saying, I want to make an owl. Hi, hi, hi. Hello. Hi, Ellie. I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, I can hear you. Awesome. People are suggesting owl creature, which is really adorable. Definitely nighttime, definitely cozy energy. I'm late, but I'm here. Hello. No, you're not late. Literally, we're just getting started. Soup. Okay, you guys, let's just hop right into it, for lack of a better expression. We're going to try and do this creature a little bit faster than last time. I try to keep these to like an hour, but last time it was quite a bit longer. Someone just suggested a deer or a fawn. I couldn't be there for the last live. The little cat, because I was at a birthday party. Oh, that's so fun. Well, we will be catching up today. No worries. Also, you can always go back and watch my live streams. I know it's not the same to like not, be involved when we're making the creature, but it's still fun. You can still go back and watch. So anyways, let's get started. These are some previous creatures. As usual, I think you guys should come up with some ideas for today's character. We're keeping the pajama, cozy, sleepy time theme, which can definitely go in so many different directions. But yes, our previous creature, Catechus Silverspoon, fuzzy, little, ever so not well person with a bowl of soup and a cat onesie. Radicus Pinkerton and his little cohort Quack. He has a candlestick and he's wandering the palace in his rat onesie, well, mouse onesie. And then these are just some of my recent characters to inspire you guys. Some ones you guys have really liked. This is August from my Creature Month series. She's a little Swiss character. Gerrymander from our Mingle series that we just completed yesterday, actually. I realized King Riptide and Queen Whirlpool, it's like, their season is kind of coming to an end at the moment because it's almost fall. I already feel like it's kind of fall. So I wanted to just quickly share them. Oh my gosh, there's Fuzz. And then we have Queen Beverly Gonzalez Pinkerton II. These are some previous live stream creatures that are just like some of my favorites. I love her. The Pinkertons have all been characters we've made on the live streams. And I feel like most of them have been part of that family, or at least like in that part of our universe. So that and her rat Morris. They're like ghosty creatures that are see-through. Ellie Belly Bean Pinkerton and her rat Winnie. This is one of my favorites. This is one of your guys' favorites of my live stream creatures as well, by the way, like one of my most viewed live streams. So cute. She was our yellow character. And then these are just some other recent creatures from my Mingle series that I personally love. We have Weasel, Noser Brown, and Schmooze O'Toole. So yeah, those are some recent creatures. I will put our previous ones from the Cozy series on top just to inspire you guys. And this is our pose for today's creature. I like to keep the poses rather simple so that we can kind of explore many different avenues. Sometimes I make a very specific pose, like for example, the floating pose was kind of specific and it definitely informed the creature a lot because, a floating character. But for the most part, I like to do a rather simple stance. I didn't put anything for the arms just because I know sometimes you guys like to do different things, like maybe they're holding something or, something sassy. Maybe they're crossing their arms. Maybe they're, waving. I don't know what we're going to do yet. But this one is a little bit different than our last one in that he's facing a little bit more to the front. We're going to get more of like the front of their face as opposed to just like more looking off to the side. Is kind of what I was picturing, just you can see by the jawline a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. And then he's also facing a little off to the side, but more forward with his feet. Sort of turned in, little foot, and facing this way, but not like, as you can see with this one, sort of one foot is parallel and the one is completely forward. and this one we're both kind of on diagonal, so it's a little bit of a different stance. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do before I get started drawing is come up with some ideas, write them down, just so that whoever joins in the live stream also can see what we're up to and where our direction is that we're headed. So I've seen people comment owl. Guys, I couldn't find my pen that I usually use for this, and it's kind of driving me insane. This one, it's more of a marker. So I know you guys probably don't care, but so yeah, owl. Someone said night forest vibe. Night forest vibe. Oh my gosh, it even feels wrong writing with this pen. I don't know. School started, so I've been busy with homework. No worries. Fireflies and owl cohort nature vibes. Okay, okay. Nature, fireflies. This could be like, you know what? This could be like a little camping character, because that's kind of like nighttime if you want to go naturey. And our very first creature live stream character was holding a jar of fireflies. If you guys remember Amanita Schmetterling, she's like a little fairy with a mushroom hat, and she's holding a jar of fireflies. Mushrooms, a cricket. Wow, this is so different than the direction I was thinking we were gonna go. Someone suggested in the last live stream that we should do a pajama creature that's like a cozy leopard print chemise with like lace, and I thought that would be really cute, and I was kind of picturing that in my head, but you guys are going a very different direction, which is totally fine. Flowers. I always let you guys inform this creature. I always let you guys come up with this, and then I just kind of guide things. Love her. Thank you. Wait, which one? This one? Like the pose or like the other creatures? I just finished my sketch in less than 2 minutes. I'm going to draw with you. Yay! Maybe you should draw the creature that we're all making together so you can like sort of go along with the prompt. Holding a lantern, but maybe the lantern's full of fireflies. Oh, deer, right. Someone said deer / fawn. Oh, you guys. Okay, wait. Wait, I'm so excited. Owl, I think a deer or a fawn. Okay, you guys. Here's my thoughts after going through this. Dare I say, I like the deer / fawn idea because night forest vibe. Okay, deer, I feel like they're evening-ish, they're like dusk, and it kind of brings together all the foresty vibes that we haven't done yet, because we have done a jar of fireflies, we have done a mushroom creature before, and we have done creatures that have like flowers and stuff, but the deer / fawn could have flowers. Like they could have maybe antlers. Antlers would be fun. I don't think we've had a creature with antlers yet. So I like that. And we can do the little spots and he can be like very softly fuzzy. I like the deer / fawn idea. And also since we've been doing characters that are wearing onesies, it can kind of go along with that. But maybe they're not wearing a onesie. Maybe they just are kind of a fawn person. Thoughts? Thoughts. I really like that idea. But while we're coming up with that idea, I'm going to start just drawing the eyes, and I would love for you guys to, fun fact, someone said, musk deer have fangs. Ooh, that is something to think about. That is really something to consider when we're drawing a creature. Love the idea. Thank you. So I think we're just going to get started. So what I like for you guys to do is just kind of comment what you're thinking about the ideas, and while I'm starting to draw the expression, kind of give me some guidance on what you think they should look like. I think that if we are creating a fawn, my thought when I think of a fawn is that they're maybe shy or coy or sleepy or a little bit on edge, you know, not super outgoing. So I'm going to get started with the eyes. Like I said, I want this creature to face a little bit more forward than our past two have. So I'm going to start the eye over here, and I was thinking for this one, since the other eyes have been more rounded, maybe these ones could be a little bit more oval shaped. And you'll see more of the whole eye on this side. Like so. We'll work on that a little. We've got to edit that a bit, but bear with me. Don't worry if anything looks strange to you guys. I always fix it. Usually I can see it too, that it's looking odd. So there's a little bit of inconsistency with the sizes here, but we're just going to even them out. Okay, I'm going to check the comments in just a second. Ooh. Oh, sometimes it really... You guys would be surprised how long sometimes it takes me to just get the shapes right. Like, the accessories, the outfits, the expressions, like, are really fun to make, but sometimes, like, it's so tedious to simply just get the shapes and the sizes correct and accurate. Sometimes it comes really easily, and sometimes it's just, like, annoyingly tedious. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. I have a musk deer OC. Ooh. And when deer are happy, they do this happy deer grunt. Aw. And wag their tails. I know, I've actually seen deer wag their tails, which is really, really sweet. It's almost like what a pet does. I was so surprised when I saw that for the first time. Okay. I think we're kind of getting there. Am I getting in the frame? You guys need to let me know if I'm, like, covering the frame. I totally was. Okay. I think this is not bad. Okay. I will check the chat in a second. Sorry that took a weirdly long time. And I know it's kind of not centered with the line we've put down the middle, but that line can kind of shift a little bit. If the eyes look visually centered, then we can kind of shift that. Okay, let's check the chat. Wait 1 second. Let me just put I just want to make a separate window so that I can see the chat and the video to make sure that I don't get into the screen and whatnot. Okay. Let me know if you guys are drawing with me. It's fun to know. Okay. I'd really like if this could sort of be an Amanita Schmetterling amount of detail creature. She was very detailed, which is very impressive for the first live stream, but I think I was just like really putting all of your guys' ideas in on that one. So we can try. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about the eye shape, and we can get started with the rest of the eyes. So I think the detail, let's think about the detail on Amanita. I think what you guys loved about the detail is there was just so much going on in terms of accessories, because she herself was rather simple. She was just a cutie little creature with a mushroom hat, but we did her outfit that was moss with buttons, and then she was wearing boots that were rather detailed, and her mushroom hat had flowers on it and a caterpillar on it, and she was holding a jar of, what's it called? Of fireflies. So we could go kind of heavy on the accessories, although I do feel like that's also a little random because there's not a lot of accessories for deer, but they could have like flowers and nature. Oh my gosh, they could have hooves. Like little hooves or little hoof like shoes. Use this emoji if you're drawing. Yes, use the gray rat emoji, I believe that is, if you're drawing. Oh my gosh, 2 people so far. It's night, so I can't draw, and before you say night gives inspiration, even though it does, I'm scared my mom will hear because she's still awake. I feel that. That totally makes sense. When you're older, you'll understand. Can we do their eyes facing down so it looks more shy, or maybe they could be looking at their tails? Yes, smiling a little bit. Hooves would be so cute. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Yes. Okay, let me know in the comments, you guys, if you think I should do the eyes facing down or looking back at their tail. We'll do a little sort of shy creature. Let's see. With a shy character, the eyelids, we're going to have the eyelids be like... We want her to be sort of like doe-eyed, not bored or like tired looking. Like I feel like a deer will be very alert. So we don't want them to look tired. As you can see, how I'm kind of accomplishing that is, for example, with this creature and this one, the line on their eyelid before their eye is like flat and straight, you know? And like there's an angle here in the inner corner. And what I'm doing here for this one is I'm just making the eyelid completely give a circle so that there's more room for the eye to express something instead of being sort of cut off, and that creates sort of bored or tired or just not as awake, not as aware. It almost also can give off like a sly look, which is why I feel like a lot of my Creature Mingle characters had that type of eyelid. So I think this is kind of where we're going to go with it. Like so. Yes, okay. See what you guys are saying. I really like the forest idea. Yes, me too. Looking at the tail, someone said. Yeah, looking at the stuff around her. Who's Himbo? Okay, you guys. So looking at the tail would actually be looking back this way, which is kind of cute. And I kind of want the eyes to reach the eyelid. It's going to look very awake and aware, but still like cautious. So, looking back towards the tail, we'll do a really, really cute little tail. But I'm thinking of how we could really make this creature super detailed, and I'm thinking the fur and like the little dots, but we could also do, I don't know, we could do maybe like a collar, which isn't really conventional for a deer, but it could be really cute. We could do antlers with flowers. We could do sort of stuff around her feet. Not really sure if this is a boy or a girl yet, but it usually becomes clear. I kind of think she should be a girl, but we'll see how the creature turns out. So when I made this outline today, when I made this drawing pose, I used a slightly thicker pencil, and then that one wasn't working, so I switched to a slightly thinner one, and I was hoping that it wasn't too obvious. So I feel like I'm almost like over coloring the lines so that they match like the width of the other pencil. Anyways, that's cute. Wait, I actually really like these eyelids, and then I'm also just going to shade them a little bit, just to give a little bit of depth. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. What if they have more of the dark and red clothes color, but their skin is dotted in light brown? That could be cute. Would be cute and give a Christmas vibe. True. True. Kind of the wrong season. I feel girl vibes, but if we decide not to have a deer-like creature, I'd say they're male. No, I think this will be a deer-like creature. I feel like we're already kind of on that path. Now, I think for eyelashes, frankly, for a deer, I'm picturing very wispy eyelashes. Honestly, kind of like this one. What do you guys think? Wispy eyelashes or little tiny eyelashes? Or just like a few? Like this one just has a few lashes on the outer corners. This one has very fuzzy lashes, kind of all over, and they're very long. Then like there's this one has very prominent lashes, but they're not super long. I don't know, what do you guys think? Small eyelashes. Okay, I was kind of thinking the same thing. And I was thinking maybe when I add the colors, wait. Oh my gosh, it bothers me when you can see the wire of my headphones. I hope that's fixed. Okay. When I do the color, maybe like the eyelashes could be white. I feel like that would be really, really cute for a little fawn. So these would be like little lashes. Wispy lashes, but small ones. I think that kind of fits, honestly. I like that. There. What do we think? Should we do some bottom lashes as well? Hi! Oh my gosh, hi Belt Diva. It always makes me laugh when you join the chat because it's so fun. And it's also such an inside joke for the live streams. If you know, you know. Like, if you were there for the creation of Marilyn Plotkin, then you just get it. So there we have little lashes. I think that really, really suits a little fawn character. Guys, I've actually created a fawn named Farley once. Just a little, sketch drawing. But Farley would be a good name for a fawn. For a deer person in general. All hail Marilyn Wig Snatch Plotkin. Hilarious. Maybe a silver terry-like color for its hair. What do you mean by terry-like? Okay, let's continue. Let's do, okay, for the expression, let's pick the nose type. Now, I think I'm confident in saying that for a deer, since they kind of have like a cute little button nose, that we're not going to do, this kind of nose, that we're not going to do, I don't know, like anything that kind of has that vibe. Even like a cute one like that. I just feel like that's not the vibe for a deer. Correct me if you guys think I'm wrong, but I think we're either going to do that type of nose, so like an upturned little nose, or a downturned little nose. What do you guys think? I remember the chat in that live stream. Oh my gosh. It was such a crazy chat. You guys just ran up the chat. At the end, because at the end of the live stream, I can always see like the analytics of like how many chats there were throughout the stream. And that one was so many because everyone was saying that over and over in the chat. If you weren't there, if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically I created this creature based on the color red. And we were deciding on what type of hair we should do. And then we were like, wait, what if she's bald? And everyone was like, she has to be bald. It's iconic. And she became... Her name's Marilyn Plotkin, but you guys call her Wig Snatch because basically she's bad because the Plotkins are like the villains in my creature universe. And so she became a Plotkin because she like is jealous of like people's long hair. And so she snatches people's wigs and she goes by Wig Snatch. That's like her, I don't know. She's coined that moniker. Anywho, I drew her once. Wait, I want to see your drawing of her. Or maybe I did. Actually, I think I know what you're talking about. I think that's actually in my like fan creature playlist, if I'm not mistaken, because someone did draw her. Okay, what do you guys think of the nose? Let's get back on track. I'm going to keep the downturned nose for now, but if you guys think that I should do the upturned nose, then we'll switch over to that. She's bald, and she's attacking people that have hair. I was waiting for someone to finally say it. I don't know where that's from. I feel like it's from like a Bratz meme. I don't know. You guys, I don't know. Okay, and then I think, so say that this is like kind of a little sad. Like, let's just say we're going that route, which we definitely don't have to, but say she's a little sad. Then I think we're going to do a little connector for her nose to her mouth. What do you guys think? I really want to do an upturned nose. Okay. The first person who's acknowledged that comment has spoken, so we will listen. Upturned nose. So cute. And then we could do like sort of that little line. It'll probably be a bit more subtle when I add the color, but you feel what I'm saying. And then the nose could be like a little pink. I'm kind of trying to like smudge it a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Wait, in all this chaos. I think I'm just like not gonna address that. Would say that when our coach made us work. Wait, what? The daughter of Marilyn Plotkin? Question mark. We could do the daughter of Marilyn Plotkin, but I don't think that this is going to be the daughter of Marilyn Plotkin because this is like a deer creature and it's not giving the same vibes. Guys, I actually really, really, really like this. I'm actually really happy with this. But I need you guys to let me know what her expression should be with her mouth. I'm kind of liking this like sad, kind of not sad. I wouldn't say that she's sad. I would say that she's more like hesitant, you know? I think hesitant. By the way, for anyone new, we're doing a foresty, night forest vibe, and we kind of decided we're going to do like a little deer or fawn creature. In fact, I'll put a star next to that just so that anyone who joins and is looking at this list of ideas that you guys had, you know kind of what direction we're headed in. Yeah, I really like this one. Okay, what are we thinking? A subtle smile, someone said. Her hair could be like a great horned owl's tufts. Guys, you know how much I love tufts. Tufts of fuzz. You are in the right place. A subtle smile. What do you guys think? A subtle smile or this little hesitant look? I would like a subtle smile too. Let's see what a subtle smile kind of looks like. I feel like we're in a very good place actually. About 30 minutes into the live. And I think we really know what direction we're going in. We've completed the expression for the most part. There's like a subtle smile. I don't know. I feel like it's too, I don't know, like it's not, hold on. Let me just think for a second. Maybe like more one-sided. Like that. Or we could do more of a this type of smile. You know? I actually don't like that, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? That's what I'm going to do for now. I know it's very smudgy, but just ignore that. Or don't. Sometimes the smudges are like appropriately placed. Off topic, but if we do Wig Snatch's daughter, can we make her maroon? That is absolutely not off topic whatsoever, and I think that would be perfect. I really like the idea that, like, her daughter would be, like, darker than her, just visually, like, what she's wearing. You know what I mean? Because Wig Snatch's outfit is, like, bright, kind of, like, fire truck red, and she's wearing a red lip, and I feel like if her daughter was wearing, like, dark maroon, like, kind of brooding, that would make sense. Oliver Zills Francis is so her nephew. Oh my gosh, because he's bald too. I almost forgot about him. Shout out to him. That was our blue character on the lives. Okay, wait. Found the origin. It's from Totally Spies. Okay, I knew it was something kind of like Bratz. He's bald and he's torturing people that have hair. Okay, you guys, wait. To get back on track. This is why sometimes the live streams go overtime. But I think we could honestly finish in the next 30 minutes. So, let's continue with the little fawn idea. I think a fawn would have very subtle eyebrows, not a ton of eyebrow hairs. Just kind of like that. You know? Kind of like his interest is piqued. You know? And then let's think about if we do create a fawn, he would need ears, tufts. We're going to do tufts. And even though like a fawn might not have antlers, should we still create antlers? And also, what should his hands be doing? Let's kind of get the ball rolling with that. Zoe, someone said, I'm really excited to give this creature lore when we get to know her at the end of the live, right? That's always such a fun time. We love the lore over here. Okay, this is actually perfect. So for a little like hoofs, let's think about how we could create that. Because the way that her feet are, so I guess, let me really think about this. It would, because they're not, okay, wait. They're not just like straight down, they're forward. So obviously she's not like a deer, she's a deer-like character, which means we could kind of suspend the disbelief there. Just have it be at the front of her feet and then have it kind of be squared off like so. not too squared off. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever seen The Witches or read the book The Witches by Roald Dahl? They made a movie like a few years ago, and there was also an older movie, I believe. But that book always like freaked me out as a kid. And the witches, like, they have square toes. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Those are kind of hoofs. I feel like that kind of leaves something to be desired. Like, we kind of need to work on that a little. Maybe this would help a little bit. Guys, I don't know. I can't tell if that's a little bit not correct, but maybe it is. I don't know. It's a little bit, like, odd, but... Cross Mountain. It's a place in Lithuania, a hill covered in big, small, massive, and tiny crosses. Gothic, regular, tons and tons. It's really pretty, and you should look at some pictures of it. Ooh, I definitely will. Yes, I really want antlers and little flowers on the antlers. Agreed. Agreed. Antlers and flowers. Like, on the antlers. I know we already wrote flowers, but, like, flowers on the antlers is, like, a different vibe. I'm really liking this look. Bambi Thug. Wait, since it's kind of like a deer, what if her name is Bambi or Bambina? That's super cute. Bambina. My Bambi obsession. Oh my gosh, no, Bambi is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And in case you forget, I'll post a pic in the Discord. Definitely. You guys, there is a Discord for you guys to chat about Creature Nation, and I do also pop in there sometimes, and it, like, tells when I have a new video. You know, just fun things. Thank you so much for these live streams. They make my day and help me to not feel lonely. That's so amazing. I'm so happy that you can be here and, like, find some community here. And feeling kind of, like, lonely, which is, you know, a big word, is okay sometimes, but it's nice to have, like, some community and just feel included in stuff. But it's okay to kind of, like, linger in your own thoughts. I'm not misspelling Bambi. I mean Bambi from Eurovision. Oh my gosh. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to be educated on that too. You guys always educate me on, like, fun pop culture things. Okay, let me know what you guys think about the hoofs. Is it wrong? Am I wrong? Anyways, okay. So we're thinking antlers. Are we also going to do ears because Bambi? Like, because deer? I'm just going to quickly look up a picture of a fawn just to kind of have a little reference in the ear shape. I don't do that often on these lives, but I really want to make sure I get the ears right because they're kind of specific. Like, they kind of go up. And wait, let's think here. Antlers are going to be in front of the ears. So the antlers will be more, like, towards the center. That is temporary, you guys. That's just a little placeholder. These are more like snail antennas. Oh my gosh, wait, is the person here who really wanted me to do the snail last time? Give him/her gloves shaped like hooves. Oh, that's a good idea too. Same, those few days when you don't post in these recent ones with the different posting times, it's really disturbing my daily schedule as the new posting time is 3 a.m. for me. Oh no. Okay, you guys, I know. Here's the thing. Here is a fact. For the first few months of my channel, this is some real talk. For the first few months of my channel, was living in a different country than I am now. And the timing is different. And so when I was there, I would post a lot earlier. Like, it would feel earlier in the day for a lot of you guys. And now I'm in a different location where it seems like I'm posting a lot later, but I'm kind of posting at the same time of day that I was over there. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. And so when I post late here, it's like super, super late for you guys. A lot of you guys. So I know it's like kind of all over the place with the posting, but honestly, life just... there's a lot going on, and sometimes I just cannot keep up. It takes me kind of a long time, you guys, to do all of the videos and the creatures. Like, I know you guys can watch me draw the creature on live, and it can take me like an hour. But there's so much else that goes into my shorts. And another thing is, I'm going to move into long form, and I hope that that's okay for you guys. I'm posting my first real long form this week. I know I've said that a bunch of times before, but, like, I'm actually almost done with it. So I will be posting it this week, and you guys can get a sense of, like, if you like the long form, and definitely let me know. But I really want to do long form, and I think you guys are going to like it. Okay, that was a really long rant that didn't even need to be said. I'm sick right now. Oh my gosh, I hope you feel better. Maybe you should have some soup. and put on a onesie. Anyways. Search up Cross Mountain. Okay, I'll search it up. I was used to the 5 p.m. uploads. I know, and I'm trying to get back on that schedule. And by the way, when I do go long form fully, I still have some ongoing series in the short format. Those are milestones, cohorts, creature months, and the live stream creatures. So there's still going to be content there. Okay, Cross Mountain. I believe it's Latvia. Whoa. Wow, it looks gorgeous with like all of the snow. That is so cool. Be an awesome like set for a movie or something. I'm sure they've shot movies there before. So excited for the long form. Oh my gosh, yay! That makes me really happy because I feel like a lot of people are like kind of not loving the idea that I might do long form. But you guys, I promise it's like more content from me because it's going to be longer. And you're going to see more creatures at once. And it's just going to have more of a cohesive theme. There are going to be much more edited pieces. I'm excited. Someone said, I'm honestly scared. Oh, Lithuania, yes. Someone said, I'm honestly scared for long form. Are you just scared because I'm going to be not as present every single day? I'm always present, you guys. I always check. Like, I respond to comments. I know I've been missing some comments lately because I've just been, like, very busy. But I'm always present. Like, I'm aware. I check in. But anyways. Okay, I am definitely making up for all the time that I'm losing all the time. Okay, anyways, I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, let's do fawn ears. Let's see. I think the fawn ears are going to be kind of like, today is my birthday. Oh my gosh, happy birthday to you, Unthinkable 5467. I've never seen you in my lives before. Are you just popping into random lives, or like are you... I don't recognize your username. I feel like usually I recognize the usernames that are in here, but hello, happy birthday, shout out to you. Back to the fawn ears. Okay, I think we're gonna kind of be, it's kind of looking like this. I don't think that's a bad first attempt. Might look a little too big, but fawn ears honestly are kind of big. Bigger than you would think, I feel like. Very, very focused here. I don't know if it would be distracting, but I do really like listening to music while I draw. Like, so maybe I will find some like copyright-free bossa nova or something that will just play in the background a little. Not now, but like on future lives. Is that good? I feel like that's honestly a pretty good first try. And then there will be like fuzz inside of the ear. You know? It's not completely accurate, but I feel like the way I've drawn it looks the best that it, like for this character specifically. And remember, they're creatures. So we don't have to be completely accurate on like the creature we're basing it off of, which is like such an exciting thing about creatures. If you're ever like, oh, that's not perfectly accurate to whatever, it's like, it doesn't matter because it's a creature. It's kind of like the wizarding world. Like when people are like, how could this be? Like anything that could be a plot hole, you're like, but it's the wizarding world. And then that explains everything. World building. Okay. I think that's honestly pretty good. I haven't looked at your guys' comments yet, so I'm a little nervous. Wait, there's fuzz on me. There's fuzz on the creatures. There's fuzz on me. Fuzz everywhere. Okay. And then, yeah, fuzz in the ear as well. Okay. Now I'm going to check the chat. Thank you, LL. Happy birthday. Yes. Yes to what? I just, thank you. Okay, I think you are jumping into lives and saying it's your birthday. That's kind of hilarious. I've never thought of that. That's why I know you check in, but the daily posts were hit into my schedule. Oh my gosh, you guys. I know I missed a day the other day, and I'm really, really sorry for that. I could not. The circumstances of my day, I could not finish. Thank you. Also, I just reached 40 subs. Oh my gosh, congrats. That's such a fun, like, birthday gift. Also, have a great day. Also, love the drawing. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. Where can I buy that pencil? This specific one, I honestly don't know. It's a Zebra M402, Japan. I love this pencil because it kind of has like a weight to it, and it has this, what's it called, on it, like a guard thing. I always wanted the thin ones, yeah. And this is a 0.5, I believe, so it's like very thin lead. I like it. Give them gloves shaped like hooves. Yes, yes. We haven't gotten to drawing the hands yet. Which, by the way, start thinking about what you want their hands to be doing, like cross their arms, hands on their hips, holding something, hugging something. Little bit of red on the tip of their ears would make them look cold. Yes,